Hey guys, James here from TCG University. Come back at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be doing my deck profile on this Jacqui Briggs deck. This was for our Mortal Kombat Campus Championship this last Tuesday. If you guys want to watch them live, make sure to go to twitch.tv/TCG University, and you get to see all the profiles. You get to see all the matches live. You get to interact with us in the chat. You get to see all that cool stuff. So make sure to come hang out, guys. And let's get into this profile. You can see all the choices that were made. Okay, guys, Jacqui Briggs is a 5-hand size, 33 vitality character. She has air, water, and life. Our deck is made under air today. She has 2 abilities. After your opponent's combat phase begins, draw 3 cards and discard back down to your printed hand size. Then E, your non-throw tech attack gets powerful 6. You may discard 1 card from your hand in addition to momentum to pay for this attack's powerful ability. Basically, she likes to sling very big tech attacks. And sometimes they can be really, really big. Not just very big, really, really big. Because 6 damage for free is nothing to laugh at. So let's get to the deck. The first card we'll talk about is Air Ground Smash. Try to find the, just right over the M, I guess. Perfect. Air Ground Smash is a 6/3, 6 high for 6 with a 2 low block. It has Deadlock Reversal. Sometimes you may get into that situation. Most of the time you won't, so you don't have to worry about that. Water Enhance. Draw X cards. X equals 8 minus your printed hand size. If you drew 3 or more cards from this ability, you may ready 1 foundation. Basically, if you check a 5 off of this card, you get to draw 3 cards and ready 1 foundation, essentially meaning you didn't commit anything to draw 3 free cards with Air Ground Smash. And then you drew an extra 3 extra cards, so you can just ditch it with Jacqui's powerful 6 to make this a 6 high for 12 for an essential draw 2. So you basically draw 2 for plus 6 damage, which is nuts in my opinion. Just being a plus hand size with 33 vitality is great. Next, we're going to talk about Iron Knuckle a little further over. Iron Knuckle is a 4 high for 4 with a 1 high block. It's a 4 diff, 3 control. No bad checks in this deck, guys. A static that says if your opponent blocks this attack, you seal their block. So things like Stop, things like Templar, they don't get to activate their abilities. They just sit there in the card pool and do nothing. Enhance, this attack gets +1/+1 for each character in the staging area. So essentially it's a 5 high for 5 that you can give 6 damage to if you really want to. And you don't have to worry about your opponent blocking with Stop or something like that. Then we have the card I wanted to really play the deck around, Napalm Stream. Napalm Stream is a 4 diff, 4 high for 4 with no block. EX3 tech in combo with a high attack. The Iron Knuckles and your main attack, Air Ground Smash, are both high attacks. So they work very well with this card. Enhance, your opponent loses 1 vitality. If your opponent is at deadlock, they lose 4 instead. Not the main ability we use, the main ability being Combo Enhance. Add 1 card from your momentum to your hand. And then you may add up to 2 cards from your hand to your momentum. You could play this so many ways. The main way is to play it the way it reads. You add 1 card, mainly maybe the Air Ground Smash you hit them with last turn. Add that to your hand, and then you can add 2 cards from your hand to your momentum, and then play the Air Ground Smash. Obviously, draw 3 cards, do whatever. The other way you can play it is you can add nothing from your hand and stuff 2 cards from your hand to your momentum to give you an essential 3 momentum for your powerful 6. Being a plus 18 damage, making this like a 22 is very good. Or just having the momentum for later. Or you could see it as just the add 1 card to hand, don't stuff anything back in, and just have a +1 hand size for the turn. There's a lot of ways you can play this that gets really niche combo-y. And I think just having the ability to decide whether or not you need more damage on 1 attack, or having just 1 extra attack in hand, having more momentum just for later. There's just a lot of cool things you can do. Like, if you're able to combo, you can add 2 cards in. If you're not trying to kill them for the turn, you can just add 2 cards in, let them sit there for next turn. And then you get to draw 3 with Jacqui anyway, so you never lose anything off of that interaction. To me, it's really, really neat. Then we have our defensive reversal. We have Urban Shower. 4 low for 4 with a 2 high block that says, if it's not blocked, you get to gain 2 vitality and burn your opponent for 2. Just an extra 2 damage if our opponent doesn't block. And then play it as a reversal. We can make it like a 10 damage if we want with Jacqui to then make them block it and waste card pull space on their attack turn, which is really good for us as well. Then we're playing 2 of each of these, which is Hand Cannon. While it's in the card pool, cards can't leave your opponent's card pool or discard pile due to their effects. Shuts down things like Shadow Slicer and the such. It also readies more foundation, gets 2 speed, so being a 6 mid for 10 base if you use the powerful 6 off Jacqui is very, very good as well. And then the last attack we're playing is 2 Quick Burst. It's a 3 mid for 2, or you can make it like a 3 mid for 8 if you want. But we mainly play it to have an extra stun. We have extra committal in our deck. Sometimes the way you get around Jacqui is just having more cards to commit, because sometimes her attacks are quick, but not overly fast. And this just means they don't have the ability to just kind of sit behind and wait for that one big attack to try and block it, because we're just going to stun them out. Being that this attack gets stun X equals 8 minus your print hand size, which is 3 total, so it gets stun 3. Really cool card. Okay, so we're going to get into actions and assets. We'll talk about the assets first. We have 1 Swordfish, 2 add this card to momentum, add this attack to its owner's momentum. Useful for us if we need to bounce an attack of our own back to our momentum and have 2 momentum to use on our next attack. Good defensively to make sure we get rid of 1 big powerhouse attack so we don't have to take a bunch of damage as well. Super universal for us. Same thing with Nirvana and Acheron and Nirvana. It's a 2/5 unique weapon card. We can commit it to cancel a keyword ability like stun, multiple, break, or stuff like that. Or enhance once per turn. We can ready 1 foundation has not been ready this turn. Meaning that we just get plus. So if we check bad on our air ground, we only checked bad by 1 because we get to ready with air ground. We get to ready with this. And we don't have to worry about having so many committed foundations. On to actions. We're playing 2 Bang. Shut off good characters for a turn. Buy us some time. You know, cool bang things. If you'll have to watch some of the videos, but people do die to this card on the respond after your attack is not blocked. They lose 3. So pay attention for that. And then the last card in our deck, or the last action in our deck, Let's Cut Loose. It's a 6 check, adds a foundation to our hand, draws an extra card. Basically turns 1 card into 2 inside of our hand, which is very good for a character that ditches cards from their hand to try and deal more damage. On the foundations, these are put in order between, in my opinion, offensive into defensive. So we'll talk about offensive first. We have 2 Who Wanders. We're mainly playing this for the Form Destroy, reveal the top 4 cards of our deck, and we can add 1 tech attack to our hand. This just gives us more attacks during the turn. But I did have a really cool attack string where I added this to seal like a Feifei or whatever, and then I brought it down with Let's Cut Loose to have an extra foundation in our staging area because I'd already drawn with Air Ground. So I got to replace it with Let's Cut Loose, add an extra foundation to my staging area, and seal one of their foundations that could have tried to block me, which was very good at the time. It's not always the optimal play, but it was a really good one at the time. Then we have 3 Second Saintly Beast. We mainly play this offensively. I understand that this is also a defensive card. We mainly play for the offense of mill 3 to give 2 speed. Because when we give a lot of damage, giving speed is very good for us as well. The same thing behind Special Forces Elite. It's just your tech attack gets +1 speed. Nice and simple. All of our attacks just get faster. 2 Despise All Evil. This is more on the lines of like the Quick Burst, where I want my opponent's board to be stunned, so that way I don't have to worry about them passing checks or using abilities. Your turn, destroy 1 committed foundation. Your opponent commits 1 card in their staging area. Note that says card, so they have to commit things like assets, their characters, and they get to choose all that, of course, but just forcing them to commit their character if they don't have enough foundations, to commit assets and stuff, is just really, really good. Not to mention that it just normally hits foundations. We play a lot of powerful, so we're playing Initiate Launch. Twice per turn after you play a keyword ability like powerful, you ready this foundation. Like I said, we're just trying to avoid checking bad sometimes, and this is just the way I chose to do it. 1 Wandering Pirate, same reason. After it's committed or ready, twice per turn you can ready another foundation that hasn't been readied. Just means we extend our turns longer. For the same reason, we have God of Thunder. I can skip back to this one. This one's the last card in the deck, but just basically destroy foundation ready card. Get rid of stuff we won't be keeping to try and make sure we kill somebody sooner. The last 2 offensive cards, we have our Olympic Boxer. After our opponent after the damage of our attack is reduced by our opponent's ability, we get to draw a card and gain 2 vitality. This just says we extend our life as well as extending our hand size, which is super good in a 5-hander. And then the last offensive card we have is Iron Grip. Iron Grit is one of the other reasons I chose this, along with like the Napalm Stream and like the Iron Knuckles, because I like those as well. Iron Grit is a 1/5/3 mid block that says E commit your tech attack gets cannot be blocked by actions. This just says they can't be blocked by stop. They can't be blocked like power, prepare to fight. If they're holding on to Tagora Brothers because we don't do anything on our foundation, stuff like that. It just means they're just not allowed to block with their actions. And if we know they're an action heavy deck, they just don't get to do it. And then we have 3 Journey West. We're getting into the defense now, guys. Basically, if we face tank an attack, we give Pseudo Breaker 2 to our opponent, which is super good. 3 Conquest of Terror. Flip for -2 speed. If we do need to block something, we get to block something. 4 Future Poolside Date. This is both good as a top card of our discard pile, gain 2, which is really what we like to do with it. We want to extend our life total as much as possible. Or the E, discard 1 card. This deck gets -3 speed because of our character. And then it's playable while commanded, which is super, super good. We got 3 Ageless and Wise. Don't touch my foundations, please. Just protect our foundations. Protect us for the longer run. And then the last card in our deck is Pure of Heart. This was mainly in here to hit things like Venomous, hit things like just hate on everything. Came in really handy. There were a couple decks that were playing discard, some discard in our tournament. So make sure to check out those out so you can see how this card actually kind of protected someone. So I'll see you guys in the end cap. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the profile. I'm going to restart this outro. 3, 2, 1. Thanks for checking out the profile, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the cool stuff. If you guys want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGUniversity. If you hit us up at the $1 level, you get you get access to most of our content live, most of our content early. You get access to our personal Discord where you can talk to us here in the channel. You get to talk to like the Magic guys, the Final Fantasy guys, the White Shorts guys. You get to talk to all of us. We can have conversations. Most of the time, we're always looking to have a conversation. We may not always be out there on the Discord trying to engage in a conversation like proactively, but if you message us or message the Discord, we usually try to respond the best we can. So make sure to get out there and hang out with us, guys. Thanks for checking out once again, and stay learned.